Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Foam Noodle Facts, where I tell you facts that you don't really need to know. In honor of the recent US election and impending inauguration, we are going to talk about presidents and facts you don't really need to know about them. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to Foam Noodle for more. I am David, and I hope you enjoy. For ages, we have all been told that the first president of the United States was known for his wooden teeth and his inability to lie as a child. As it turns out, both are false. George Washington was a nasty, dirty liar as a child. And his dentures would have most likely have been made of gold, ivory, or the teeth of dead soldiers. The 4th of July is celebrated in the United States for being the supposed date of independence, though it was most likely actually the 2nd of July. It is celebrated as an important date for the United States, though it was an unfortunate one for 3 former US presidents. First friends, then enemies, then friends again, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both died on this day in 1817, as well as James Monroe in 1825. Hopefully, no other presidents fall to the dreaded 4th of July curse. Hopefully. There's been a lot of talk about how tall Abraham Lincoln and LBJ were. Ooh, 6'4", ooh, 6'3.5" respectively. Like we're looking for a man at least 6 feet tall and at least 6... Well, we here at Foam Noodle love all heights, which is why James Madison is our 3rd favorite president. You heard that right. 3rd favorite president. He stood a mighty 5'4" and was around 100 pounds. A mighty man nonetheless. Martin Van Buren was the first president to be born in the USA. He was also a ginger, as was Thomas Jefferson, Ulysses S. Grant, Calvin Coolidge, Andrew Jackson, Dwight Eisenhower, and the father of our country, George Liar as a Child Washington. You would think that for a person to become president, someone would have to like them. Well, that was definitely not the case for President John Tyler. He became president after the death of famed coat-hating President William Henry Harrison, who died 33 days into his presidency. Tyler convinced his constituents that the vice president should become the president if anything should happen to the acting one, birthing the 25th Amendment stating as such. During his presidency, he was expelled from his party, faced impeachment, and his entire cabinet except one person resigned. When he died, there was no issue of mourning, or a proclamation stating as such, and flags were not flown at half-mast. Oof. The New York Times called him the most unpopular man that has ever held any office in the United States. That was in his obituary. President Zachary Taylor simultaneously bested and was slain by the dreaded 4th of July curse for presidents. While celebrating the 4th on the White House lawn, good old Zachy boy was feasting on some delicious cherries and topped them off with a glass of iced milk that he just guzzled down. Yummy. The bacteria in either the cherries or the milk caused him to die a few days later. Wow, that sucks. Millard Fillmore, an uninspiring man according to the White House website, married his childhood school teacher, the devil dog. My man. Woo!
What you gonna do, brother, when Abraham a slammer comes for you?
Yes, like the baby oil magnets of the 1980s, Abraham Lincoln is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
The Lincolnator.
An accomplished wrestler, was in 300 matches throughout his career, and he only lost 1. He is quoted as saying,
"Oh yeah, brother, the cream always rises to the top."
Abraham Lincoln. Probably. There have been a number of weirdos in the Oval Office, and, well, Grover Cleveland definitely being one of them. Before becoming president, he became legal guardian of his former, well, now deceased law firm partner's 11-year-old daughter. 10 years later, this woman became the youngest first lady at the age of 21, and making Grover Cleveland a big perv weirdo. While driving to a campaign rally in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he was to give a speech, Theodore Roosevelt was shot in the chest by a would-be assassin in the middle of the street. Now, Theo, the big old teddy bear himself, did the smart thing and went ahead right on over to the auditorium and gave a 90-minute rousing speech in front of a completely mortified audience that stood up multiple times and said, please, please sit down, go to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. But did he? No, he finished that speech then and there. He went on to lose the election later that year. I call that a load of bull moose. Bull moose. The party he was right. Never mind. FDR married his cousin. Pulled a real Jerry Lee Lewis in that one. Richard Milhouse Nixon was a lover of the greatest sport to ever grace humans on the face of this earth: bowling. He loved it. He loved it so much that he had a one-lane bowling alley built in the White House. Yeah. He also had a really big potty mouth and was a bad person. Gerald Ford's real name was Leslie Lynch King Jr., named after, well, his abusive father. He changed his name to honor his stepfather, Gerald Rudolph Ford Sr., though he was never adopted by him and didn't change that name until he was 22. George H.W. Bush, father of future thumbs-up giver W, once spewed all over the Japanese prime minister, creating the term bushusuru, meaning to do the Bush thing. I have a picture of me doing bushusuru, so the next time you puke in public, like me, remember, you just pulled a bushusuru. As I was writing the script for this, I found something that is crazy. It's not PG, so get the kiddies out of the room, but these need to be added. Warren G. Harding was most likely the horniest president ever. From lovingly naming his member Jerry, to naming one of his extramarital affairs lady bits, Mrs. Pouterson. God only knows. He was known to sneak a woman into the White House and do the dirty in the closets to remain out of sight. During his presidency, he fathered an illegitimate child, who he tried to have remain hidden from public knowledge, and did so successfully until a book was written about it after his death. In a Maury Povich turn of events, in 2005, a DNA test was conducted proving that he was indeed, "You are the father." At the same time that this was happening, Harding was writing smutty, quote-unquote, bleep letters, quoted by one of his fellow constituents, smutty bleep letters to another woman who he was having an affair with. He once also was quoted by reporters saying, "It's a good thing I'm not a woman. I would always be pregnant. I can't say no." This man is a marvel. I cannot believe such a G was president. Wait, G. Warren G. Hard. Oh my God, it all makes sense now. He's also known for being one of the worst presidents in history and for being a flippant racist, so overall, like, really, really bad guy. Really bad guy. So, those were a bunch of facts about presidents. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if not, well, thanks for watching. Warren G. Harding, you dog!